We've designed SupraMed to make billing as easy as possible. In this video, I'll show you how to set up the information needed to create billing claims and statements. The first step is to go to the billing information in the Money section of SupraMed. The practice screen allows you to add information that will appear at the top of the statement or in the Box 33 section of the 1500 form. If billing is a group, check this box to allow you to enter the group NPI or group EIN numbers. Continue editing the rest of the practice information such as address and phone number. I'll deselect that checkbox now and the NPI and group EIN number disappear. Once I save this information, a confirmation box appears. Let's skip over payers for right now and go to the service locations. This section will already be populated with offices and surgical locations that had previously been entered in the admin section. You'll just have to add the location code for each of these. Then you'll also want to add in any other locations that the doctor will see patients and that you'll need to bill for as separate places of service. Referring provider information is found both here as well as in the admin section. In either place you can add information about referring providers as well as information necessary to include them in your claims. Similarly, information about each billing provider can be entered on the next screen. This information is also available through the admin section. Each provider in SupraMed can be identified as to whether or not they would generate insurance claims. This would be used, for example, for, let's say, a physician assistant who might not be submitting claims directly in their name. The other information on this screen is fairly straightforward. Now that we have the other information filled in, let's go back to the Payers screen. The Payers screen allows you to enter information about each outside payer that you need to submit a claim or a statement to. These can be insurance companies, but also could be attorneys, device manufacturers, or others that require statements to be generated. You could also create a payer here for a charitable organization that you don't want to send a bill to, but that will help you keep track of charges that have been applied on their behalf. You can click the pencil icon to edit an existing payer or the Add button to add a new payer. This will open the payer details screen. There's a lot going on in the payer screen because this is where all of the information regarding service locations, billing providers, and referring providers is brought together and additional information for that specific payer is added. To add a new payer, start by typing a few letters of the payer's name. A matching list from our clearinghouse should appear. These represent the payers that can accept electronic claim submission through our clearinghouse. You can, of course, continue to type in a non-matching payer, such as an attorney or device manufacturer that I had talked about before. For these non-matching payers, you would need to specify the billing method as either being a paper claim or a statement. Do not bill is used for charitable organizations. Patients with this payer would not receive any bills and no statements would be created. The payer category for reports fields is only for internal use to help categorize payers when creating reports. Insurance coverage type corresponds to the checkbox at the top of the 1500 form. You can select whether to include the patient's account number or claim number in the claim submission. Additional checkboxes let you specify how that particular payer requires their claims be submitted. The next section lets you customize how each billing provider presents information to that particular payer. Even if a practice is specified as group billing, there may be an individual provider that's billing a particular payer as an individual. Here you can specify if they would bill with their EIN or Social Security number. If a particular payer requires a unique ID number of the billing provider, you could specify the qualifier and the other ID that needs to appear on the claim form. Similarly, with service facilities, you could specify which facilities are able to be billed to that particular payer, and if that payer requires a unique ID, you could specify the qualifier and add the identification number for that location. The same process can be completed with the referring provider IDs. In the next tutorial, we'll go over creating charges for your patients.